Everyone who enters this cursed house ends up dying within 3 days, killed by all kinds of sharp objects. One person was knitting at home, slipped and was stabbed to death by knitting needles. Another was playing with a toy bow and arrow, and somehow shot his sister from over 100 meters away. In short, anyone who has any connection to this house dies in bizarre ways. The real estate agent had no choice but to call in Luke, one of the best paranormal investigators in the field. But the moment Luke stood in front of the house, a chilling sensation hit him. Whatever was inside was the most vicious ghost he had ever encountered. Unable to figure out its pattern of killing, Luke didn't dare go in blindly and immediately returned to his office to pull all the case files on the house. His assistant Mike told him that the previous owner of the house had been sentenced to life in prison a year ago for murdering a tenant, but even now, she still refused to confess and insisted she had been walking by the lake at the time of the crime. Looking at the woman's calm photo in the file, Luke felt something was off. The case was extremely strange, and the real killer probably wasn't human at all, but the ghost haunting the house. He asked Danny to use a psychic detection device to measure the level of supernatural activity, warning him not to step inside the house. But just as Danny set up the equipment, the door of the cursed house suddenly opened by itself. Danny turned and ran, and behind him the door slammed shut with a loud bang. At the same time, the real estate agent delivered a list of everyone who had entered the house. Besides the dead tenant, the agent's assistant, and 2 buyers who had viewed the property, all of them had died at perfectly spaced 3-day intervals. Calculating the pattern, today turned out to be the 5th victim's death day. All the victims had died from puncture wounds caused by sharp objects. Mike tracked down a man and warned him to stay away from anything sharp, but the man dismissed him as crazy and walked away. That very night, something strange happened. When he turned his head, the sharp sealed tip of a nearby balloon suddenly pierced into his temple. The ghost continued killing one person after another, but Luke still couldn't even catch a glimpse of it. He had no choice but to visit the imprisoned former owner in jail. Unexpectedly, the woman remained extremely calm. She told Luke that she did not kill anyone, but there were no signs of forced entry at the crime scene, and the cello used to strangle the tenant was covered in her fingerprints. Luke immediately caught the key detail. It was as if the bow of the instrument had moved on its own. During the conversation, Luke noticed the woman's fingers constantly tapping a steady rhythm on the table, almost like she was chanting some kind of spell, but he didn't think much of it at the time.